Want to kind of tell the people what you're doing here, sir?
Well,
What happened last night and what you're doing now?
Well, the night started off pretty well. We won the heat race from starting fourth. Drove around. If everybody wants to see this anti-seize, this is what happens. It gets everywhere. You look like the damn copper tin man. Anyway, I don't have any rags over here. So anyway, heat race went good. Drove around Albertson and Thornton for the win, which was pretty cool because everybody knows RTJ and Bobby and Albertson and all them are really good right now. So it was really nice to be able to do that. Got us in the redraw. Of course, the boss draws the pole. Anyway, we're not going to talk about that. So anyway, fire off. He's running second. Kind of gets shuffled around a little bit. They're racing pretty hard. He goes into 3 and 4 and hits this hole, and like he hit it hard, and it jerked the wheel out of his hands. He went up over the racetrack, killed the motor, and then it just unraveled from there. So when he hit that hole, we believe it bent the right front upper, which that's what I'm replacing here, and have anti-seize all over myself and this, whatever. So I'm going to replace this because we had 3 inches of toe. So normally we don't run that much toe. So it's, yeah. So we're just spending some money and to make some money. So hopefully tonight goes a little better. I mean, we couldn't ask for a better night for the first night last night. Driver did his job, we did our job, just the cards didn't play right for us. So here I am replacing some parts, doing some body work and a maintenance, and do it all over again tonight. Okay, so a lot of people don't know about these things. You can buy them on Amazon or whatever. It's just called a ball joint tool. Sometimes you got to go in here and work on them a little bit and like open this up so it fits around our style ball joints. And it's adjustable, so the upper one you're there, the lower one you're there. You just take it. Usually have some lube of some sort on there. I use the extreme pressure lube that we can get from All Star. You stick it on your ball joint. Make sure your nut is flush so you don't destroy your threads. Grab yourself an impact. And instead of beating the hell out of your spindle, it pops them free. They're like $20 or something or whatever on Amazon. I bent the pin in mine right away, so they're just cheap bolts. So I just took a grade 8 bolt and stuck it in there and made sure it was shanked all the way through. So it's a nice little tool to have. If you do it right, like you can see where it'll grab on there. But that's why you got to make sure it's flush. That way you don't mash your threads.
Don't mess up your crown. Easy as pie.
Yeah, makes life simple. Instead of beating the hell out of your spindle with a hammer.
car doesn't look bad.
I didn't really feel like I did a good lap. I felt like that last lap was gonna be my better lap. Like I felt really good down there on the bottom.
Yeah.
Like I gained on Bobby.
Oh yeah.
And then he messed up down here, but we went through it. Yeah, I gotta drive better. I entered too low both times.
Okay.
Bobby entered way higher, got better. I entered too low. It's just trusting the car and but it's like the other thing is then I enter low. When I enter just that little tiny bit low cushion, and then when I bend the car, when I make a turn in the middle, then I'm hanging, and that's when them guys have already hit it and are accelerating forward.
Okay.
But the car felt really good. Like I didn't really see Ricky, but what was Bobby's time? Like I wouldn't have said we were that much slower than Bobby. You see what I'm saying?
Bobby was a 4 and then a 14.2.
Yeah, so I don't know.
And then you were a 6 and a 6.
I almost feel I don't know which direction.
Carburetor okay?
Yeah, it felt really good. I don't know if I need to. That's just not my deal to drive off in there like that. Like as much as them guys like. But then my problem is
they're staying in the fuel and dragging the brake instead of just
or rolling. Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's pretty good. Like once again, I didn't really run a good lap. Like I see, I mean, they entered just, you know what I mean? They charge the car, or they charge the corner like, really. They're not really charging that harder, they're just driving in higher. I'm driving into here, then I gotta bend the car here. They're driving the car into here, and they're on the fuel so they can point here. But once I bend here, then I hang the tail, and I can't get really going until here. So they're picking up speed from here to here, and I can't pick up speed here because where I'm bending the car, I'm bending that car tighter in a thing.
So you need to bend it early.
Like honest to God, I'd be better off to roll out of the gas sooner and rail the top. Does that make sense? Instead of charging and cutting that little bit of the corner. That's what makes it hang and then snap that tail so I can't get going forward. That's where they're building their speed on me, is right there. And I mean, that's just me driving. It's me driving. But if it has a wall, I have no problem doing that. But when it doesn't have a wall, and you go floating off in there, and then you go off the top, you have no lag. Listen, because when you hit that cushion, you can feel it just pick up speed, you know?
Yeah.
It's just a different, I just got to do it.
I like playing with rubber.
Like that's down here. I felt like I was in the brown, and it did not want to come all straight at all. I just wanted to like. I mean, the only thing we take that right rear shock off. I mean, like it doesn't feel bad. It just right now we got no speed. Like it feels like it's in that lift arm again, but I don't understand how it was like been so good, and then it just.
Obviously, that's not how you wanted to start your Saturday. Where are we starting in the heat races? What's the game plan?
Third row outside of the fourth heat race. Just got to go forward, get in the show, pass as many as we can. I don't know, Klein went to the bottom there, right? A couple of cars before me, and was fast time on the bottom, and I went to the bottom, and I mean, I didn't feel like I had a bad lap, but I knew I didn't have like a great lap. I hit 3 and 4 good the first lap, I hit 1 and 2 good the second lap, so I needed to secure both. Unfortunately, this track, I feel like, you know, if you miss it a little bit, it's like 3 or 4 tenths, so it's not like, I think that's probably it, but I don't know, in our head we're trying not to panic, make good decisions, and realize that if we are that bad, or if we just missed it, you know, and I need to just drive better, so just got some work to do here. We're just pretty much going to probably put it back just how it was last night. Not that we were much different, but just need a little bit of luck, and hopefully the car comes back to life.
pump fuel.
Good luck.
Hey,
Yep, he's already
tell
on
me
it.
them weren't our fucking heat race tires. Them weren't our feature tires, right?
No, they weren't ours.
Okay, the right front left rear.
What do you mean?
Them weren't the tires that were in the feature, right? The right front left rear.
No, we got more. We got
Okay.
whatever we need.
Okay. Well, we probably should have ran the heat. Were them the same tires from the heat race?
Yeah.
Okay, we probably should have took them off and ran them in the feature.
You didn't say nothing.
Well, I mean, we got a provisional. I mean, I didn't think about it, but we probably need to, you know what I'm saying? There's no sense in burning them up. That would have been our best set for the feature.
All right, make sure.
Where's your old guy for helper?
He's back there on his phone.
I mean, we even hit them holes hard, went off the track twice. I just was up at the track and I heard somebody talk about they twisted an axle. And I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah.
not like it hasn't happened.
Yeah, so they didn't do much up there, I would assume then.
They're still scratching the water in. I just didn't, it never even crossed my mind, you know what I'm saying? But
No.
like, that definitely can.
No, definitely. Take some dig out.
I need to run back up there. You might grab a regular axle real quick. Just have one at least ready, which one we put in. Used one probably. All the way one way. Look in there. I tried
The
to
right
be
front
easy.
didn't have the balance of the needle.
Yeah, but some of that could have been just not being patient with tires. But the RCC, did Dundas have a 3 or a 4 on? I go see if Dennis has a 3 or a 4 on. Just so we kind of know. Like, I would be surprised if he didn't have a 3 on. Sure.
What about them first 10 laps? Good Lord. Everybody was everywhere, huh?
That's what happens when you're in the back.
Thanks, Ansel.
I mean, nobody to blame but ourselves on that one.
100%.
We're just lucky we didn't end up like half of them.
What happened? What happened?
Good job, guys.
I didn't see what happened.
man.
Good job, Bob.
Somebody stepped on the GP.
Okay.
His shit was really good.
Really good in the middle.
Really good.
Dude.
Like
Yeah.
if you wouldn't have got by them guys, he would be looking after.
If it wasn't for the 43, he probably would not buy you sooner.
Yeah.
Like
Like his-
you know, Bader's when he's running the way he does, and then
Dennis,
you and Bab are running pretty hard. So.
I mean, you see the difference when a guy just parks on the bottom and is patient and saves his tire. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why Dennis got so he was so much better. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't better at the beginning, but Bab obviously had his tire as hot as we did, and then same token, it's like, unless you go down there and commit and work for a while. But like I could not get. My problem was it didn't matter. I couldn't get around the bottom of 3 and 4 good enough later in the race to do what I needed to do. I couldn't get in the stops. I couldn't drive out far enough to get it down. If I was down low enough, I couldn't rotate. Like Dennis is really good at that UV fucking line on these fucking types of places. Like usually he's really, really good at the track, but when that was just a tire getting there, you know what I mean? Like I'm sure his tire probably doesn't look touched. Definitely not the night we were hoping for. Just wasn't very sporty all night long. We were pretty good in the feature, came alive. I don't know, ran second to B main, so what I started is 20th, and drove up to 8th.
Yep.
So I think we were the hard charger. I got ahead of Bad. Me and him had a good race there. I mean, so I probably should have got 7th. But just, you know, race that race like that, it's hard. I'm using my tires, especially it's pretty crummy, a lot of wheel span. So, I mean, I know that hurt us at the end, and you know, that's why Dennis rolled back by us. You know, he just put it on the bottom, saved his tire, and played a long game, and it worked out for him there. But you know, we had the car fast again in the feature. We've typically really struggled this track, so, you know, to come out here and at least be fast and have good notebooks and think how we have directions to go, and, you know, it's just, you got to keep getting better at the tracks you're bad at. That's a really hard thing to do. And so I feel like we made a bunch of big steps in that. Not the weekend we wanted, obviously, but especially being Mars Points races. But you know, for our first weekend out running against this caliber competition, pretty happy. You know, I feel like we learned from our mistakes too. So that's a big thing. Don't always mind not going so fast as long as you know why and can figure that out and keep it from happening again. So it's not ideal, but you got to try to spin it for a positive. So just long first weekend back of the season, and looking forward to next weekend. A couple good tracks, and then the week after Farmer City over in Illini. So the hot rod's really fast. So let's hope you know, let's hope we can keep it there. Probably break out another car next weekend. Hopefully it's as good as this one, and just keep tuning on these things. I feel like we're making steps forward, and just looking forward to have a really good year, you know. So appreciate everybody who supports us, and if you haven't already, make sure you like and the channel and subscribe to the channel and like all our videos.